where we cut through the noise to find what truly matters in the sources you've shared. Today, we're plunging into a topic that, well, it underpins so much of what we aim to achieve in life: self-discipline. Our mission for this deep dive really is to move beyond the usual surface level advice. We want to unpack what self-discipline truly is, not just as a buzzword, but as a strategic self-management skill. We'll explore why it's so powerful and, crucially, how you can build it step by step to achieve your goals. Things like English learning, for example. We've gone through some incredible source material packed with real-world tips and really compelling examples. And we're ready to share the nuanced insights that will hopefully make this information stick for you.
Exactly. And what our sources reveal is that while the idea of self-discipline might seem familiar, maybe even a bit intimidating, there are layers of practical insights and these inspiring stories that offer a genuine shortcut, sort of, to understanding this essential skill. We'll be extracting those less obvious nuggets, aiming for those aha moments that transform generic advice into truly actionable knowledge for you.
Okay, let's unpack this then. Our sources suggest self-discipline isn't just about forcing yourself to do things. It's fundamentally about strategic self-management.
Strategic self-management. I like that framing.
Yeah, it's the learned ability to align your immediate actions with your long-term goals, often by setting up your environment and choices in advance to make the right thing the easier thing to do.
Right, so it's less about heroic willpower in the moment.
Exactly, and more about smart planning that actually reduces the need for that willpower later on. For example, our source talks about waking up early to study English when you feel tired, or maybe choosing to save money instead of, spending it on things you don't really need. These are clear instances of that pre-planned commitment in action.
What's crucial here, and the sources really hammer this home, is that self-discipline isn't about maintaining a perfect streak. It's more about mastering the art of the rebound.
The rebound, okay. Tell me more.
Well, lapses will happen. That's just human nature, right? If you miss a study session, the key isn't to spiral into, oh, I failed. Instead, it's about pivoting immediately to, okay, slight detour, I'll do better tomorrow. Or even just, I'll get back on track right now.
So it's resilience over rigidity.
Precisely. It's a daily journey that, much like consistent strength training, doesn't just build the muscle of discipline. It actually sort of rewires your brain over time, makes those desired actions less effortful.
What truly surprised me in these sources, and I think will surprise you, our listener, is how disproportionately powerful small, consistent actions actually are. Can you walk us through some of the stories that really brought this to life? Because it's not intuitive, is it? You think you need big gestures.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you're right, it's counterintuitive. But the sources make it clear. It's not just about accumulating small wins. These micro actions, they sort of bypass our brain's natural resistance to large, intimidating tasks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they reduce decision fatigue, and crucially, they build an identity. You start seeing yourself as someone who does the work rather than just, wishes they did. And we saw this powerful principle play out in multiple individuals from the sources.
Like Daniel, for instance. He used to struggle with time, always waking up late, putting off important work. Classic procrastination. His wife, Amina, helped him set a really simple schedule. Wake at 6 a.m. for prayer, then study, then work, then family time. Very structured. He found it hard initially, of course.
Oh.
But sticking to these small, consistent steps, after just 1 month, he felt more confident, spoke more clearly, finished tasks on time, and Amina apparently observed, your self-discipline is helping all of us, which is powerful.
That ripple effect is key. And what we see a similar pattern with James, right? An engineer who wanted to learn guitar, but kept stopping and starting.
Yeah, relatable.
Very. He decided to change, promised his wife, Emma, he would practice just 15 minutes every evening after dinner. Just 15 minutes. Emma encouraged him, which we'll talk about later, the support aspect.
Right.
It was tough at first, but after a week, those 15 minutes became a firm habit. And in just 1 month, he saw real progress. Proving again, those tiny, consistent efforts are the bedrock of big results.
And then there was Michael, the 35-year-old office worker, always too tired to study English at night. Sound familiar?
Oh, yes. The evening energy slump.
Exactly. His wife, Emily, helped him implement a simple, almost effortless-sounding plan. Waking up just 30 minutes earlier every morning, 6:30 to 7 a.m., specifically for English study. Difficult for the first few days, naturally. But after a week, it became much easier.
And the payoff.
His manager actually noticed his improvement at work, led to more responsibility, all from just 30 minutes a day, consistently with no excuses.
And the sources highlight that this isn't just about finding time. Sometimes it's really about consciously making time.
Right.
Consider Rachel, a mother of two who felt she had absolutely no time, overwhelmed. After hearing the phrase, if you can't find time, you must make time, she started listening to English podcasts for 20 minutes during her children's nap time.
Smart. Using existing pockets of time.
Exactly. And even just 10 minutes on really hard days made a difference. It led to increased understanding and confidence for her. Similarly, Thomas, a shop worker, wanted to open his own business. New English was key. His goal was so straightforward. Learn 5 new English words every day.
Right after breakfast.
Subwords. Seems manageable. Totally. He'd use each word in a sentence and review them in the evening. After 30 days, that's 150 new words. He built strength and direction from this small daily routine.
It's like that classic saying, Rome wasn't built in a day. But the sources take it further, don't they? They show it wasn't built by some massive one-off effort either.
Precisely. It's the steady drip, drip, drip.
John, a mechanic, learned this. His friend Mark advised him to start small. So John started studying English for just 10 minutes every morning with an app.
10 minutes. Again, very small.
Very small. And he understood that missing a day wasn't like total failure. He just started again the next day. That led to improved listening, greater confidence, and even praise from his boss. It's truly about that resilience over rigidity you mentioned.
Exactly. Bouncing back is part of the process.
So we've seen the what and the why of self-discipline through these incredible, really relatable stories. But that's where the rubber meets the road for you, the listener. What did our sources uncover as the most actionable, step-by-step roadmap for building this skill? It turns out it boils down to a few key principles.
Indeed. And the sources are crystal clear on the very first principle. Clarity. It's not just about having a goal. It's about the emotional resonance of that goal. Why do you really want it?
Okay. So not just, I want to speak English.
No. How do you make, I want to speak English confidently by the end of this year, feel so compelling that it actually pulls you forward, even on the tough days? It's about connecting to your deeper why. What will it unlock for you?
Got it. So once that clarity is locked in, what's the next layer of the blueprint?
Then it's about planning the small steps. The sources emphasize breaking your goal into smaller, almost irresistibly easy steps. Tiny steps.
Irresistibly easy. I like that.
Yeah. This isn't just about managing the task. It's about creating what psychologists call habit loops. A small, manageable step reduces the cognitive load, makes it easier for your brain to just start the routine. That leads to a reward, which strengthens the loop.
So like today, learn 5 new words. Or tomorrow, practice listening for just 10 minutes.
Exactly that level of granularity.
That leads naturally into the third principle, which seems to be choosing a consistent time and creating routine.
Absolutely crucial. When you pick a consistent time that fits your day, maybe morning, maybe afternoon, maybe evening, and you stick to it, you're essentially automating the behavior.
Right. It takes the decision out of it.
Precisely. This conserves your finite willpower because you're not constantly debating, should I do it now, maybe later? The decision's already made. It's just what you do at 7 a.m. or whatever time it is.
And what about preparation and the environment around you?
Oh, those are huge. The sources highlight 2 interconnected principles. Prepare your tools and remove distractions. This isn't just about discipline. It's actually about smart environmental design. Having your notebook, your pen, your phone app ready beforehand, that reduces the friction to starting.
Makes it easier to just begin.
Exactly. And creating a quiet study space, turning off notifications, putting your phone on silent. That isn't about being strict for strictness' sake. It's about understanding how a chaotic environment constantly drains our executive function.
That focused part of the brain.
Right. That part responsible for focus and decision-making. So by creating a frictionless space, you conserve that mental energy for the actual task itself.
Makes sense. What about staying focused during the activity? It's easy to drift off.
That's where using a timer comes in. The Pomodoro technique is a classic example.
Right.
Setting a timer for your study session helps you commit to focus bursts. It combats overwhelm because you know there's a clear endpoint. And it actually trains your brain to concentrate intensely for that specific duration.
Okay, my favorite part is next. Reward yourself. This feels less like discipline.
Yes. But the sources explain how rewards aren't just a treat. They're actually a powerful mechanism that literally reshapes neural pathways in your brain.
Really? How so?
Giving yourself a small, immediate reward after you finish your task, whether it's watching a favorite TV show, having a nice cup of tea, taking a short walk, it creates these little dopamine hits. That generates positive feedback loops in your brain. It makes the desired behavior feel more natural and less like a chore over time, cementing the habit.
Interesting. So it's actually training your brain to want to do the task.
In a way, yes, associating it with pleasure.
And to really see the progress, to feel that sense of accomplishment, what's recommended.
Track your progress. This sounds simple, maybe even a bit childish, but it works.
Like a sticker chart.
Basically.
Yeah.
Use a simple chart or calendar. Put a check mark or a sticker every day you study or do your task. Seeing those marks grow provides immediate visual feedback. It makes you feel proud, reinforces that identity of someone who follows through, and motivates you to keep the chain going.
Don't break the chain.
Exactly.
Finally, perhaps the most important one, especially when things get tough. Be patient and kind.
This is fundamental. It goes back to that resilience over rigidity idea. Not every day will be perfect. You'll miss days.
Guaranteed.
Guaranteed. If you miss a day, the sources emphasize, don't beat yourself up, don't feel bad, just start again the next day or the next hour. Self-discipline isn't about being harsh or achieving perfection. It's about being smart and kind to yourself, setting realistic goals, and slowly increasing them as you build momentum. It really requires self-compassion. And, if we connect this to the bigger picture, one of the most powerful recurring themes in the source material is that self-discipline is significantly easier and more sustainable when you have support.
That's a huge insight because it's often portrayed as this solo heroic effort, right? Grinding it out alone.
Completely. But our sources tell a very different story. Think about Maria, the busy mother we mentioned who wanted to learn English.
Right. Her husband helped.
Yes. Her husband Carlos helped her by taking care of the children for 30 minutes every evening. That specific block of time allowed Maria to study. Her secret wasn't some superhuman willpower. It was asking for and accepting help and making small changes together. We see this echoed with Anna, the nurse. She studied English for 20 minutes every evening with her husband Peter's support while he played with their children. Their shared commitment to each other's goals made learning a joint effort, not another burden.
And the sources show that this support doesn't have to be like huge gestures, does it?
Not at all. It can be quite subtle, but incredibly impactful. Take Andrew and Julia.
Hey.
Julie helps Andrew learn English simply by asking him questions in English during the day and gently correcting him. No big deal, just woven into life. They even keep a notebook together and test each other. It makes learning fun, a shared goal.
That sounds much nicer than studying alone.
Exactly. And Andrew notes that while starting and continuing are hard, having someone beside you just makes it easier, that moral support. It reinforces the idea that learning, or achieving any goal really, is simply better when done with love and respect. When you share your goals with a loved one, they can provide encouragement, accountability.
Gentle accountability.
Gentle accountability, yes. And help you stay on track. It transforms self-discipline into more of a team effort.
Like John and Emma, the married couple who study English together for 20 minutes every evening, supporting each other, making it fun.
Or Philip, the driver, who reviews new words with his wife, Sophia. She helps him use them in new sentences, tests him in a fun way. It becomes their shared learning moment. It's about building a positive, reinforcing loop together, not just within yourself.
Of course, building self-discipline isn't always smooth sailing. Even with support, we all face challenges. Distractions are a big one, right? Our phones, the TV, the endless scroll of social media, always calling to us.
Always. For distractions, the advice from the sources is clear. And it really goes back to that environmental design piece we talked about. Create that quiet study space. Turn off notifications. Seriously, turn them off. Put your phone on silent, maybe even in another room.
Ooh, the other room trick. That's a tough one, but effective.
It is. Using a timer also helps create clear boundaries for focused, uninterrupted time. It's all about engineering your environment to make the desired action the path of least resistance.
Okay, what about the other big challenge? Just that lack of motivation, feeling tired or bored or just plain meh about it all.
Yeah, the meh feeling is real. For those moments, the sources strongly emphasize remembering your why.
Back to clarity.
Back to clarity. Really visualize your dreams and goals. Why are you doing this? Do you want to travel? Get a better job? Talk to your children's teachers with confidence. Keeping those deep emotional reasons right at the front of your mind can reignite your drive when it starts to wane.
Connect with the feeling of achieving the goal.
Exactly. But this raises an important question. Beyond remembering your why, how do you keep that motivation going day in and day out? It can't always be about the big picture.
True.
The sources emphasize celebrating small successes. This is huge. When you learn a new word, or you finish a lesson, or honestly, even when you just show up when you didn't feel like it, take a moment. Tell yourself, good job. Acknowledge the effort.
Give yourself a little credit.
Yes. These small internal rewards and the external ones we mentioned earlier, they trigger those positive feedback loops. They make you feel happy, capable, and actually want to continue.
And we should remember Robert's lesson from our sources, shouldn't we, about being realistic?
Oh, absolutely. If 5 a.m. is just too early for you, don't force it. Choose a better time. If 30 minutes feels like climbing Mount Everest right now, start with 15 or even 5.
Right.
Self-discipline, true self-discipline, means being realistic and adapting the strategy to yourself, not being rigidly strict just because some book said so. It's about being smart and kind, not harsh.
Finding what works for you.
Precisely. So to sort of connect all the dots here, while this deep dive has focused quite a bit on English learning as an example, the sources make it abundantly clear that self-discipline is a master key, a transferable skill.
Yeah, it's not just about learning a language.
Not at all. It helps in, well, pretty much all aspects of your life, your personal well-being, your health goals, your relationships, even your financial situation. When you build discipline in one area, it genuinely becomes easier to apply it in other areas too. It's like strengthening a core muscle that supports everything else.
It really is a skill that helps you stay focused, patient, and committed to whatever goals you set. When you are disciplined, you feel more in control, don't you? More in control of your time, your habits, and ultimately your future. It feels like empowerment.
It is empowerment. Ultimately, self-discipline is like cultivating a garden within yourself. You plant the seed of intention, you nurture it with consistent, mindful effort, those small daily actions. You protect it from the weeds of distraction. It requires patience, yes, absolutely. But the growth isn't just external, like achieving the goal.
Yeah.
It's a deep rooting of character and capability that strengthens with every single daily act of care. It builds you.
That's a great way to put it. So let's quickly recap our deep dive today for everyone listening. Self-discipline, fundamentally, is about strategic self-management. It's aligning your immediate actions with your long-term goals. It's built not through some heroic, intense willpower, but through consistent, often very small steps.
Those tiny habits.
Exactly. And it's greatly enhanced by the support of others asking for help, working together. It's what helps you keep going, even when motivation feels distant, mainly by setting yourself up for success in the first place. Now, for you, our listener, the question is, what is your first small step today? What will you do today to practice English or maybe to implement one of these self-discipline strategies in another area of your life? We really encourage you. Write it down. Make a simple plan. Start small. Stay steady. And please, be patient with yourself along the way.
Maybe leave you with this final thought to mull over. Self-discipline isn't just about achieving goals, ticking boxes. It's fundamentally about building a stronger version of you, a person more in control of your potential, your narrative, your choices. Think about how cultivating this one skill, this one capacity, could ripple outwards, how it could transform not just your learning, but maybe the very trajectory of your entire life.